I'm not used to the longer drive.
Oh, there are deer in the road.
I mean, it took like 12 or 14 minutes.
It's Holly, I can't see her. Holly.
She's here.
You ready? Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
We're ready to start?
I think so, yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When your hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. The board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant, and we will then ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns raised by interested parties. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be given an opportunity to be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
There's no flag.
So tonight, we're not going to say the pledge because we don't have a flag.
I think we should say it anyhow.
I think we should, yes.
All right, we're going to say it anyway. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay.
I definitely could have pulled it out on my phone, I'm just saying.
Do we have any postponements tonight?
Yes, we have 3 postponements. Hearing number 9, appeal number 23-282, Alan Vasquez at 11 Friendly Road, Hicksville. Hearing 12, appeal 23-617, Kulwant Singh at 39 Colony Street, Hicksville. And hearing number 15, appeal 23-621, Alan Heinman at 61 Birch Drive, Plainview.
Is anybody here for any of those hearings? Let the record reflect that no one appeared, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing number 1, appeal 23-345, Brad Griggs at 72 Tidewater Avenue, Massapequa.
There's a lot on this one.
Yeah, there is a lot.
Notice proceeding.
I do.
And address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Bethpage. Good evening and Happy New Year to everyone.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year to you.
Yeah, I mean, I did, but it's not everything. It is. I mean, most of the stuff is okay. It's a big area. It's a big area.
Representing Mr. and Mrs. Griggs of 72 Tidewater Avenue, Massapequa. I passed up some photos and consent letters for the board. Mr. and Mrs. Griggs are seeking a variance to maintain a concrete patio having less front yard setback and side yard setback than required. Also to maintain a deck with a kitchen counter and barbecue having less side yard setback than required, and to maintain a smokeless wood fire pit having less front yard and side yard setback than required, and to maintain pool waterfall and pool equipment having less front yard setback than required, and to maintain a fence having greater height than required. Also to amend decision number 22-209, 00248, 71-461, 68-213, and 63-373. It's a very unique property as it's on the curve of Tidewater Avenue and Stillwater Avenue. Any type of improvement on this lot is impossible without a variance. This is the extreme hardship of this lot. I was before this board last year and a variance was granted. That was decision number 22-209. A permit was issued. At that hearing, there was no objections at all. When the final survey was turned in, there was a couple modifications. The fence remained in the same spot. There was a patio added in the back. All these improvements are behind the fence with shrubs, and they're not visible from the street. The project came out beautifully. There is no adverse effect on any neighbors. The two abutting neighbors at 118 Stillwater Avenue and 68 Tidewater Avenue have both signed consent letters. We do have a letter from the neighbor across the street at 123 Stillwater Avenue and the neighbor at 77 Waterview Avenue. There's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property, and as the photos show, the property is in excellent condition and well-maintained.
Anybody have any questions or comments on this?
No, it is a unique piece of property, as you said, it's on a very...
Anybody
lot.
wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. The decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you have those letters? Do you have those letters that he talked about?
Consents?
Yeah,
Yes, you'd like to see them?
I'd just like to see one of them.
Certainly.
Thank you. I recognize one of the addresses.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, hearing number 2, Appeal 23-594, Stephen Dubitsky at 2 Sandy Court, Massapequa.
Yes, I do.
Address, please.
Michael Palumba, architect, 80 Elizabeth Drive, Bethpage, New York, 11714. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm appearing on behalf of Stephen Dubinsky of 2 Sandy Court, Massapequa, New York. We're requesting a variance for an existing in-ground swimming pool and shed, which is located in an R17 zone and does not have the minimum required front yard setback of 24.9 feet along Sandy Court, maintaining a front yard setback of 18 feet to the in-ground swimming pool and 1.5 feet to the existing shed. The existing deck, which varies in height from 8 inches to 10 inches above grade, was constructed along the existing property line and does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 8 feet. Also note that a small portion of this deck is 10 inches above grade and that the majority of the deck is 8 inches above grade, which we would not require a permit for. There is no intention of roofing over or enclosing the deck in any way, and we would have no objection with the board conditioning the application as such if approved. We are also requesting a variance for an existing 6-foot-high vinyl fence, which exceeds the maximum permitted height of 4 feet across the front yard along Sandy Court. The fence does not impede any sightlines or neighboring driveways along Sandy Court. However, knowing the board's concern, we would propose relocating the portion of the fence at the corner of the driveway and running it parallel to the shed. If you look at the site plan, you'll see that there's a corner that's a little questionable, but with the way the court is designed, there's really no impact. I have updated plans for that. Photos of the property, along with 12 letters of consent, which include all the abutting property owners, have been submitted to the board. The property is well-maintained, and the existing structures are consistent with the character of this neighborhood, and that completes our application.
Is there a sidewalk?
I'm sorry?
Is there a sidewalk? There's sidewalks?
I,
Yes,
Pictures.
yes, there was.
There
There was
are,
a
okay.
sidewalk out there.
And then they're the last house on that cul-de-sac?
Yeah, they're the last house, and you can see on the photos that I took, the one photo, you can see that there's a tremendous run of fencing. So the neighboring property, when they're driving, there's no visual obstruction.
Yeah.
But if the board feels that we should move that fence in for the sidewalk, I understand.
talking about here.
We could run it
Yeah.
parallel with the shed. It'll be
think it's a
approximately
problem.
8 feet off the property line at the driveway.
I think, as long as there's a
Okay.
sidewalk there, it's,
I was there the other day, and
Yeah.
there's really no impact. There's no,
okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments?
None.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Hearing 3, Appeal 23-603, Alfred Emanuel at 1 Peony Drive, Massapequa.
Hi.
Or reverse that then.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Hyden.
And just name and address, please.
Deborah Emanuel.
And Alfred Emanuel.
1 Peony Drive, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
Thank you. Do I have my time there? You can use it now.
Yes. Is it on?
Deborah Emanuel, 1 Peony Drive, Massapequa, New York, 11758.
And Alfred Emanuel.
I have these green cards that...
Right here. I wish they'd change the color of those cards.
Yeah. I have a couple of pictures. I don't
You
know.
can submit them. Okay.
So we had...
You have to
Done.
speak into the microphone because I can barely hear you.
Sorry. We had done the variance. We didn't know we needed a variance when we moved, we needed to extend our driveway. We only had a one-car spot, and we're by a school, so I had put the sign that there's no parking on the street. So we have 3 cars, and we had no place to park. So I'm diagonal from a school, and around my whole property, we're on a corner, so there's no parking. So when we extended the driveway, it was reported, I didn't know, I mean, we're first-time homeowners, so we're just trying to make everything right.
So how do you get, you don't drive up over the curb to get in there, do you?
No,
No.
we angle.
You angle in?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. All right.
Yeah.
Anybody else have any questions or concerns? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 4, Appeal 23-697, Richard Krasik, which will be at 10 Clocks Boulevard, Massapequa, which will be held in conjunction with hearing number 5, Appeal 23-698, Richard Krasik at 10 Clocks Boulevard, Massapequa.
I don't have to stop in the middle. I can just present both together, right? Just wanted to make sure.
Just raise your hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening, members of the board, Madam Chairman. My name is Ashley Lowe from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. I am here tonight representing for our client, Richard Krauchik, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 710 Clocks Boulevard in Massapequa. Unfortunately, Mr. Krauchik is unable to be here tonight as he is an active member of the U.S. Army and the Nassau County Police Department and is currently on duty. The lot in which we are here for tonight is proposed to be subdivided at a width of 50 feet at the front and rear of the property line, where 70 feet is required. We are requesting 20 feet of relief for both. This is not out of character for the neighborhood or for Clocks Boulevard. For example, lots 16 and 18 also have a width of 50 feet and are located on the same side of Clocks Boulevard, directly to the south of the subject property. Additionally, lots 62, 72, 54, and 70 also have a width of 50 feet and are located on the opposite side of Clocks Boulevard. The minimum side yard required is 8 feet. We are proposing 5.49 feet to the proposed addition and 5.31 feet to the proposed roof cover. We are requesting 2.51 feet and 2.69 feet of relief respectively. Also, the proposed roof pitch is 3/12, where 6/12 is required to give the addition the necessary height. There are still other portions of the roof that remain in compliance with the building code. Finally, for the existing dwelling, the proposed parking in the required front yard is being requested so that a vehicle can be parked off-street and not obstruct access to the 2-car garage that is proposed. That concludes the variances that are being requested for the existing dwelling in the subdivision. I am also here tonight on behalf of Mr. Krauchik tonight to represent for the proposed dwelling to be built on the same subdivided lot. The new dwelling is proposed to be subdivided also to a width of 50 feet at the front and rear of the property, where 70 feet is required. We are asking for 20 feet of relief for both. The final variance that we had on the denial was for proposed parking in the required front yard requires approval for the zoning board. When we were going through preparing for tonight, we thought that it might have been a mistake and added on because it was on the other one as well. We believe that the proposed house should be denied for the parking in the required front yard because the driveway for the proposed house is located directly in front of the garage, does not extend past the side of the house, and seems to comply with Chapter 246, Section 8.2.6. It is possible that it was denied maybe all at once because the previous appeal, 23-697, on the subdivided lot was also denied for parking. This concludes our cases. I'm happy to answer any questions the board may have.
I'm a little confused because we're talking about, my paperwork says there's existing dwellings. Are there 2 existing dwellings or 1?
Just one.
This one. That's only one.
I have the denials. It's one existing, one proposed.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're at the paperwork, but there's only one dwelling there.
It's the vacant lot.
The plat does say existing also.
It does say, it does say that. It should be.
So you'll correct that?
Yeah, I have a rejection for both, if you guys,
And it definitely is one dwelling.
definitely just one existing dwelling
one
and
is
then one
proposed.
proposed. Yes, parcel B is proposed.
The one, okay. The one with the roof pitch, is that the one that's existing or
Yes.
proposed?
Existing.
It's existing?
Yes.
But it's proposed on the existing house?
Yes.
I'm just
It's an
trying to
addi-
get
yes.
clear here.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? I don't see any hands. Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing number 6, appeal number 23-514, James Griffin at 4059 Sherry Court, Seaford.
I'm sorry. Property code, who's doing the proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Michael Lipinski, 25 Hillside Avenue, Williston Park, New York, 11596. Good evening. I'm here representing James Griffin of 4059 Cherry Court. It's on the west side of Cherry Court. This is a property in an R17 zoning district. What we're proposing is to amend decision number 21-437 to remove the existing steps off the deck to grade and to square off and add additional deck where the stairs used to be. It does create a couple variances. The rear yard setback, in decision number 21437, we had requested a rear yard setback of 23.26 feet to the rear deck, and a rear yard setback of 13.88 to the stairs down off the deck, which is approximately 4 feet closer to the rear property line. Additionally, we're removing the staircase down to ground level, eliminating the request of 13.88 feet to the rear setback line for the stairs. It also, we're also seeking relief for gross floor area. We are adding to square off the deck where the stairs used to be. This currently puts us over in gross floor area. We are proposing 3,555.66 square feet, where 3,462 is allowed. During the construction process, Mr. Griffin and his wife had second thoughts about the stair off the deck to the ground level where the pool is. The Griffins have young children, and they were concerned that if they were left unattended upstairs on the main level of the dwelling, that they could walk down the stairs and then into the pool without them knowing. Additionally, they thought the staircase, and this was more of that was their first issue, the bigger issue. Then the second issue was that they thought the stairs were kind of encroaching too much into their rear yard. The property is irregular. The rear property line, which is the west line, is at an angle and gets further away from the deck as it continues to where the property meets at a corner. So only a portion of the deck is not in compliance with the rear yard. And for aesthetic purposes, we just wanted to line up the deck with the addition and the existing house. And the corner of the deck is what projects into the rear yard the most.
And then initially, we were compliant with the gross floor area code of Oyster Bay, but when we decided to infill that deck area, it pushed us over. Mr. Griffin didn't want an irregular deck shape, just because, one, looks, and two, it would accrue just additional concrete footings and additional railings for, the linear feet of the deck. So just to summarize, the Griffins were really just concerned about the safety of their children once construction was built, and really just decided to move the stairs. And the deck is getting 4 feet closer to the property line, which was originally, the deck is getting 4 feet closer to the property line than what was originally approved by the board in decision number 21-437. However, on the previous applications, the stairs already encroached into that number and then projected further out, which was the 13.88. So we're encroaching, but we're not encroaching at the same time. And I'll just,
Sound like one of my
conclude.
kids.
Yeah.
You are or you aren't.
No, I got it, I understand. Anybody have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Good night.
Hearing number 7, appeal number 23-590, Jaspel Singh at 96 South 4th Street, Bethpage.
I do. Nicholas Capucci, Cappucci. I work with Todd O'Connell Architects, 1200 Veterans Highway, Suite 120, Hop Hog, New York. Good evening. Happy New Year.
Thank you, same to you.
I do have photos I just want to submit to the board real quick.
Thank you.
So I'm here representing Mr. Singh at 96 South 4th Street in Bethpage. This property is located in a R1-6 zone, which is a 6,000 square foot lot area. The existing lot area is 4,000 square feet, so we are in a non-conforming lot. We are proposing to do a second-story renovation or addition to the house, and with this second story, we are increasing in floor area. So we're asking for relief in floor area. We are required to have 1,800 square feet, and we are asking for 2,040.22 square feet. Very de minimis in nature. The addition's going to meet all the neighborhood characteristics, and everything is good and standard with that. The second portion of the variance would be the egress window, which is the pictures I submitted to you that you could see there. This egress window is existing. We are here to legalize the finished basement. It's a safety feature. It is a small side yard, but as you can see in the pictures, it looks a little larger because the neighboring fence is a little bit off the property line as well. Yeah, any questions?
What's the other side yard with?
The other side, the other side is 10.
Okay, that's the only egress window?
That is the only egress window to the basement, yes.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application?
I was just wondering, are there any consent letters from the neighbors?
No, I do not have any consent letters from the neighbors. All the mailings were mailed out. I don't know if anyone's here today.
I'm going to
That's what
find
she's-
out.
Yes, she was just going to ask.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Nope. Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Next is hearing 8, appeal 23-595, Pilot 1902, Manager LLC, at 150-166 Hicksville Road, Bethpage.
Good evening, members of the board. Happy New Year first.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
My name's Judy Simontek with the firm of Forcelli, Deegan, Tirana, with offices at 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard, appearing on behalf of the applicant this evening. This is a commercial piece of property, zoned general business. The board is probably very familiar with it. It's the retail shopping center located on the east side of Hicksville Road. just north of Hempstead Turnpike. It's the former H.R. Singleton's Restaurant Shopping Center. It's improved with two buildings. One has frontage on Hicksville Road, which is the main center, and then another building, which is a small outbuilding that has frontage on Hempstead Turnpike. I'd like to submit photos to the board. And the first photo shows the main building where Singleton's used to be, and the second photo shows the out parcel building. According to the Nassau County Department of Assessment records, these buildings were built in 1953 and have remained in their current configuration since that time. The site for many years, as I indicated, was the home of Singleton's Restaurant, and since its closure, the center has really gone into serious disrepair and has a number of vacancies. It's about 80% vacant.
Yeah.
The applicant purchased the property in 2022, and currently there are only two tenants, one a Japanese restaurant and a small nail salon. The pad building that fronts on Hempstead Turnpike is currently occupied by Mr. Beery's Restaurant and Brothers 3 Pool. They've both been there since like the 1950s.
Yeah.
So turning to why we're here this evening, we're here tonight seeking to split off the front building, Mr. Beery's, and the Brothers 3 property, and put it on its own tax lot. And the reason being is so that we can sell that parcel to another entity. And we intend, and the plan is, for Mr. Beery's and Brothers 3 to continue operating. They're under long-term leases, but the property is going to be purchased so that it can be sold separately. And there's currently a contract of sale pending. The applicants have actually made interior alterations to the main property. They've gutted it, everything that's vacant, and there's an application pending that had been approved to redo the facade of the Singleton's building. So what they plan to do is take the money from the sale and pump it back into the property, give it the ability to renovate the property, attract tenants, and get it back up and running as a viable shopping center. So in order to subdivide, we require two variances, only for the smaller lot, for Lot 2. The main lot fully complies with parking. This Lot 2 requires two variances, one for a rear yard setback. We propose 12.5 feet. That's behind the building, not visible, and as such, it would be de minimis. The second variance is for off-street parking for the Brothers 3 restaurant parcel. The code requires 46 spaces, but we provide 5. But even though we're subdividing, the properties will continue to operate together. We're going to have a cross-access agreement that's going to allow for Brothers 3 and the Mr. Beery's property to use the 41 shortfall spaces that it needs to operate. So they will continue to have that availability. Additionally, I would point out that, there have never been any traffic problems, parking problems on this site, even when H.R. Singleton's operate with an occupancy, of 284-seat restaurant. So that restaurant's gone. Most of the center is proposed to be retail, and it's parked at retail now, and that's what the plan is, to bring in some new retail tenants to the shopping center. So we don't anticipate any issues with parking. And again, we're simply putting a line between the properties for ownership purposes. Everything is going to function the same. This is something that we've done in a lot of shopping centers throughout the town. We did this at the Broadway Mall. We subdivided out all of the outbuildings, the Starbucks, the Boston Market, and they still function the same, as part of the shopping center, but we're able to sell those parcels off, and that's exactly what we're trying to do here. I have with me tonight our traffic engineer, Sean Mulryan. He did a parking study, which I would like to submit to the board for the record. And he's available for any questions. His parking study, did assume full occupancy of the main building and the continued occupancy of Mr. Beery's and the pool company. And he found that, there's plenty of parking available. There's, in fact, a surplus. And we believe that granting this application isn't going to change, the fact that there's plenty of parking. And Lot 1, I would also point out, has 16 extra spaces pursuant to the code. So we have excess parking. And again, everything's going to function the same. And certainly, the uses that we intend to put in there, which are retail, generate a lot less traffic than the former restaurant catering hall.
Oh, it's not going to be a restaurant?
No. It is not, to my knowledge. I mean, it hasn't been leased. If it should be, and the parking should change, obviously, we would have to come back to this board for an amendment of some kind. But the plan now is, we're marketing it for retail, and that's the goal. But, we'll see. But the first step is to sell the lot. That will give our client the financial wherewithal to invest back into the property, improve the facade, improve the parking areas, and then try and lease it up again and make it a viable shopping center.
Explain to me again about the parking agreement that they would allow Mr. Beery's and Brothers 3.
To use parking. So right now, in the rear of the shopping center, in the furthest point, there
Right.
are spaces that are designated for Brothers 3. We're going to continue that, so there's going to be a cross-access agreement that will be recorded, that will be required by the Planning Commission as part of a subdivision approval anyway, and it will
I
provide
just want
for...
to make sure it happens.
Yeah, it's definitely going to happen.
Okay.
It's also a condition of the contract.
Okay.
And I've already prepared that document. So it will be recorded, it will allow for them to have the parking they need, and also cross-access, because they do share access points.
Okay. All right. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. The decision of the board will be forwarded to you by office, and I understand you have another case before us
Thank you,
tonight?
I do.
We'll hear
Holdover
that
number
now.
3.
Which one is it?
Which one is it?
Holdover number 3?
Okay.
Good evening again.
So, I'm sorry, this will be
you
holdover
wanna
number
call it?
3, appeal number 23-240.
Good evening, for the record, Judy Simoncic with the firm of Forcelli, Deegan, Tirana, offices at 333 Earl Ovington Boulevard in Uniondale, appearing on behalf of the applicant, 346 Woodbury Road LLC, owner of the premises. I'd like to submit some photos to the board before I begin. The premises, as you'll see in the photos, is really a unique parcel. It's a triangular-shaped parcel of land that has frontage on 3 sides. It has frontage on Woodbury Road, Regent Street, and Pollock Place. It does not abut any other properties. So as a result, under the town code, premises has 3 front yards. It has 156.28 feet of frontage on Woodbury Road, which is a 4-lane road with a posted speed limit of 40 miles an hour. It has 119.49 feet of frontage on Regent Street and 100.72 feet of frontage on Pollock Place. The premises has a total lot area of 6,017 square feet. It's legally non-conforming. It's in the R17 zoning district. As you can see in the series of photos that I submitted to the board, the property is currently vacant, and it has a concrete foundation from the prior single-family dwelling that was on that property that was built in 1964 and had been demolished several years ago. I guess for housekeeping purposes, I want to just make one clarification before I go through the variances that we need. The denial letter and the plans had a note about a cellar entrance. There is no cellar entrance to this property. The cellar entrance has been removed from the plans, so it's not part of the application at all. So I just want to clarify that. So we're here tonight seeking variances in order to allow the applicant to construct a new 2-story single-family dwelling with a gross floor area of just under 3,000 square feet. We're proposing a high ranch, which is similar to the other high ranches in the area, and also consistent with the previous high ranch that was on this property since 1964. I'd also point out that the proposed dwelling also has a comparable footprint in terms of size of the house from the one that was previously there.
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Is it comparable, or is it on top of the existing? In other words, are we increasing it?
It's in a different configuration. So the original house fronted on Woodbury Road. This one is going to front on Pollock Place. So we shifted it, and we feel that that's going to, it makes for better access. You don't have cars backing out trying to get out of the driveway.
So is it going to face that house, that high ranch there?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And I'm just looking.
It's going to face west.
Okay.
So, because I drove by it and I didn't really, it was hard for me to envision a home being on that piece of property.
Yeah.
So I'm looking at the application, so it's .54 over the building lot coverage.
Correct.
And only 50 square feet over the gross floor area.
Over the gross floor area.
So,
That's why I was saying the footprint is generally, it's 44 by 24. The other one was almost the same size, but in a slightly different configuration and obviously a different orientation. So, it's a modest-sized house, it's under 3,000 square feet. We need variances for front yard setback from all the front yards because we have 3 street frontages. On Woodbury Road, we're seeking a variance. We provide 8.4 feet to the corner of the dwelling and 11.5 feet to the stoop. On Pollock Place, we have 5.3 feet to the steps leading to the entrance of the house, and 14.6 feet to the dwelling itself. And then on Regent Street, we have 9 feet to the dwelling. And as Board Member Alessi indicated, our building coverage is over by 0.54%. It's very de minimis. And the GFA is only over 50 feet, so that we also feel that's a de minimis increase over the allowable number. Additionally, we are seeking variances to erect fences around the rear yard of the property. So we're proposing a 6-foot-high PVC fence, which exceeds the maximum permitted height across Woodbury Road. We're also proposing a 6-foot-high PVC fence that also exceeds the maximum permitted height of 2.5 feet within 30 feet of an intersection. The fence will give the homeowners the privacy for the rear yard, since this property would otherwise be exposed to Woodbury Road. The rear yard is, Woodbury Road and Regent Street. So without a fence, there would be no privacy. I'd point out that there are sidewalks. The fence does go up to Woodbury Road, but there are sidewalks there. We don't believe the fence is going to create any line of sight issues. And in fact, as I pointed out earlier, this configuration will allow for a more safe ingress and egress to this home, because we're not having our driveway on Woodbury Road, which was a problem for cars backing out into a 40-mile-an-hour road, major four-lane thoroughfare. So we believe this is a much better design than what was previously there. We also require variances from the driveways. Front yard setback is 13 feet, 125 feet is required. And then we have the encroachment of eaves and gutters. So those are all the variances that we're seeking. The applicant has spoken to the neighbors. We did get some verbal indication that they had no objection to the application. We don't have signed consent letters, though, but he did go out and speak with all of them. The home is an attractive home. We believe it's going to fit within the character of the neighborhood with other high ranches in the area. And the variance is not substantial, and based on everything you've heard, we request the board approve the application. And I'm happy to answer any questions you may have.
Okay, that is the oddest piece of property I've ever seen. I can't,
It's so helpful to have the photos, because
Yeah.
Good.
I just said to the chairwoman that I drove by it, but because it's on Woodbury Road, I didn't park, and I didn't see the pad.
Okay.
And I was thinking, how could a house go here? But now I'm looking,
That's the
We see the
previous
pad.
foundation. You see the pad.
the house was demolished?
Yes, it was demolished.
Fire, or just
The
curious?
clients purchased it after had been demolished.
Okay.
Yes, actually.
You have to speak through her, or be sworn in. Sorry.
Do you promise to tell the truth during this proceeding?
I do.
And your name and address?
Rohit Arora, 41 Parks Lane, Jericho, New York, 11753. Yes, actually, there was an accident. A car at high speed, some people were racing, and the car went through the house, and it went from one side to the other. And so that's why the fire department immediately, it was unsafe, so they demolished the house. This was about 3 years ago.
Okay.
And we purchased the property after the fact. But this, we were told from the previous owner that was the case.
Okay. That makes
Certainly, the
sense.
proposed fences will help.
I was going to say, reinforce those fences.
We will.
We plan to put bollards.
Yeah. All right, so, and you're going to have to submit, I guess, a new plan, because it does show the cellar entrance?
Yes,
So
we're
if we
going
could
to,
take that out,
do that.
because we don't want that.
The one that's
Of course.
been removed already.
Okay.
Yeah,
The entrance was removed, but there were notations about an entrance, I think, on the plan. But we'll
Well,
clear
they're
it up.
probably going to
if-
want an egress window under the new code.
There are
Yeah,
egress
okay.
windows.
have you had any conversations with the neighbors?
Yes, he had spoken with the neighbors, and they indicated they did not have any objection to the application.
Okay, we'll see if anyone's here, I
Yeah.
guess.
We're going
Do
to
you have
find
any
out.
letters of
Okay.
consent?
No, we do not.
All right.
When the case was on the first time, there was one neighbor that I did speak with afterwards, and they were fine, they didn't have any issue with it, but we didn't go door to door.
I'm sorry, Judy, can you spell his name, please?
I'm sorry?
His name, can you spell it?
Can you spell
Sure,
it?
R-O-H-I-T, A-R-O-R-A.
A-R-O.
R-A.
Thank you.
All right. So we'll see if there's, anybody wants to be heard.
Okay.
Anybody want to be heard on this application? Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
Thank you, good night.
Yeah.
Hearing 10, Appeal 23-587, Mohammed Shahzada at 22 Chatham Court, Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 1109 Round Swamp Road, Old Beth Page. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Shabata, 22 Chatham Court, Hicksville. I passed up some photos for the board. Mr. and Mrs. Shabata seeking a variance to maintain a rear addition not having the required rear yard setback and to maintain a driveway not having the required side yard setback. At this time, I'd like to withdraw Part B, as this shed will be moved to comply with the code. The rear addition is maintaining a 24.3-foot rear yard setback where 25 feet is required, approximately 9 inches short, a minor variance. The driveway is maintaining a 0-foot setback where 8 feet is required. There is a small curb at the side of the driveway, as the photos show, so when you get out of the car, you do not step on the neighbor's lawn. On this immediate block, number 3, 5, 17, 19, 21, and 23 Chatham Court all have widened driveways. This driveway is definitely not out of character in this neighborhood. There is a 6-foot fence around the rear of the property. As the photos show, the property is in excellent condition and well-maintained.
Is there a basement entrance on this house, do you know?
No.
There's not. Lisa, do you have other questions about it?
Michael,
Yeah.
So that,
There's two kitchens. So this kitchen's being removed?
and then there's a bedroom, family room, second family room, living room, and all the bedrooms are up? Where are the bedrooms?
It's a split level, right?
Split-level house.
Yeah, that's it.
It looks like it's divided, and that's what we're looking at.
There's a back entrance.
Yeah, but that's not like a door, like an entrance door. I don't think, I guess.
I took a picture of that. That's a sliding door.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's just a lot of entrances, Mr. Schumacher,
I understand.
All right. Well,
Okay, that kitchen is definitely coming out, the second kitchen?
It's on the plans.
Okay. You know what they say about the best laid plans?
It has to come out.
They get inspected.
anybody else have any questions or comments? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 11, Appeal 23-610, Sharak Vakani at 50 Acre Lane, Hicksville.
Would you raise your right hand, please? Promise to tell us what terms proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Larry Buscemi for Select Permits, P.O. Box 679, Mount Sinai, New York.
Yeah, hi, my name is Chirag Vachani, 50 Acre Lane, Hicksville, New York, 11801.
Thank you.
Sorry, I didn't get your name.
Larry Buscemi, Buscemi. Good evening. This
Good
is a parent-child application. I believe we meet all of the requisites.
One entrance, one electric meter.
Correct.
The house is not divided into two separate apartments. There's a free flow, no locks, no doors.
Right. There's obviously the spot upstairs for mom.
Right.
And then the downstairs.
Okay. You have everybody's information?
It's just a mom and a son.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank you, good night.
Hearing number 13, Appeal 23-447, Daniel Mazouk at 11 Judith Street, Plainview.
Tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. We're here in front of the board today for this variance to have Dan Marzouk have a parent-child in this property, as well as a reduction in parking from 3 spots to 2 spots, and widening the driveway to the less than minimum 8-foot side yard setback. As far as the parent-child goes, everything is in order, minus that parking situation. Apologize for the cough. As of right now, there are 2 spots that do fit in that driveway. However, it doesn't meet the minimum 10 by 20 spot, so we widened to actually meet it 2 zoning requirements. As of right now, that driveway is only 2.5 feet, sorry, 2.5 feet from the property line, and we're reducing it by 1'6" down to that 1-foot setback. That encroachment, that expansion is pretty similar to that whole area, to mostly get 2 cars to fit. There's ample parking on the street if there happens to be a need for a 3rd car, but as Mr. Marzouk's parents are on the more elderly side, I don't expect too much driving going on in their case. Pretty much just really straightforward, but I'll take any questions you might have.
I have none. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
National Planning Commission recommends local determination. I will need updated licenses for the parents if this is approved.
Okay.
Okay, so just contact the office and let me approve that I'm getting their licenses with this address. Okay?
Perfect, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Well, come back, we're not done.
Sorry.
I just want to let you know that those licenses do have to be submitted before a decision can be released.
Okay,
Okay?
understood.
Correspondence?
National Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
See you soon.
Hearing 14, Appeal 23-597, Lisa and Sean Stump at 43 Charlotte Place, Plainview.
Good evening, everybody. Yes, I do.
Name and address, please.
Sean Stump, 43 Charlotte Place, current owner, 20-year resident at said property, and lifelong Town of Oyster Bay resident. Current variance is associated with permit 23080215 for the installation of pool equipment and associated heater to approach the minimum setback of front yard, which is 50, and we're requesting a variance to locate the equipment at approximately 40 feet. It will be behind a fence with existing central air conditioning equipment, which has already been installed and as per code, and also will continue to maintain the side setback as required by the Town of Oyster Bay as well. And that is pretty much the gist of the request.
Okay, simple request. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
National Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Okay, thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.
Good night.
Hearing 16, Appeal 23-618, Anthony and Dina D'Amato, 1 Leslie Drive, Syosset.
Good evening. Happy New Year.
Thank you, you too.
Truth Journal Proceedings,
I do.
name and address, please.
Salvatore Koshia, Permits Rus, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board. I'm here representing Mr. and Mrs. D'Amato at 1 Leslie Drive in Syosset. Property is located in R110 zone. They're proposing an in-ground pool that'll have a 9-foot secondary front yard setback where the required is 10 feet and a 6.5 side yard setback where the required is 10 feet. The fence will be 6 foot in height instead of the required 4 foot and will not maintain the secondary front yard setback. The proposed pool and fence will not have any line of sight issues with the corner. I know that's one of the concerns, but it's...
Always.
I know. But it's 30 feet back to the house. There's no issues there with the corner.
It's going to be exactly where the fence is now, the lower fence?
No, the fence that's existing now is going to push out to the corner and
Of the
come...
house, the front
and
house.
front to the house, right, exactly. It's going to be a little bit set back from the front of the house because there's a gas meter there, so...
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, have a good night, everyone.
Good night. Hearing 17, Appeal 23-565, Robert Muskow at 8 Railroad Avenue, Glen Head.
This guy's still alive. How is Jenny? It just changed her status.
Good evening.
Comment on the Truth Journal Proceedings, name and address, please.
Catherine Serrano from Rooted Architecture Studio, 10 Campbell Street, Glen Cove, New York, 11542. SERRANOSOSA.
Just two.
Hi, Betsy Gibbs, 8 Mercadante Place, Glen Cove, New York, 11542.
Thank you.
Just want to hand you some.
So, as I mentioned, I'm the architect, and Betsy is the leasee of the space. She owns a clothing company at 8 Railroad Avenue, and we're here to ask for a variance to construct an awning having less setback than permitted by the ordinance. And as you can see, the photos we provided, the 2 adjacent spaces.
I was going to say, there's awnings there. so
Yes,
I'm guessing that
exactly.
you'd like one, too.
It's going to mimic the same shape, same color, and everything, just doing the legalities of it all.
Medium? Medium.
Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you. Good luck.
Thank you, yes. Hearing 18, Appeal 23-585, John W. and Brooke T. Roberts at 7 Willard Place, Glen Head. A lot of Glen Head, yeah.
Raise your right hand, sir. Comment on the Truth Journal Proceedings,
I do.
name and address, please.
So it's Mark McLaughlin. I'm from Swim Clean, 185 Glen Head Road, Glen Head, New York.
John Roberts, 7 Willard Place, Glen Head, New York, 11545.
So we're asking the town to grant Mr. Roberts a variance for his swimming pool to be placed in the side yard. As you can see from his survey, he has no backyard. The location we want to place it has already been corralled with a permitted 4-foot PVC fence, and the shrubbery around there is matured about 7 years. He has spoken to the neighbors. We did send our letters out, and as far as Mr. Roberts knows, there's been no objections from anyone.
You inviting him in the pool?
Of course, absolutely.
Good idea. Anybody have any questions?
No.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Good luck.
Thank you.
Good night.
Hearing 19, Appeal 23-616, Andrew Kim at 4 Depot Road, Glen Head.
Hello again. Again, for the record, Andrew Kaplan, architect, Oyster Bay Drafting, 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay. We are seeking for Mr. Kim's property two variances, one for front yard setback and one for minimum roof pitch. In this case, the front yard setback is actually Oak Valley Drive, which is the rear of the property. This is a through lot. The average front yard setback back there is 42.25. Our proposed setback is 32.85. If this were to be a regular rear yard, it's well within the 25-foot setback. In this case, it just happens to be two roads, hence why we have the front yard and the rear of the property. The roof pitch is for the addition only in the back. It is a shed roof. This house is a pretty low-height cape that's been around since the dawn of time. The main roof does have a 6-on-12 pitch. The proposed structure to get it to even connect properly to the home needs to be less than 6-on-12, or you have this big monstrous roof, or ripping up half the house to kind of make it work. We're proposing 3-on-12. It's similar to how we have to, dormer out a rear of a cape to get the roof lines to align.
And
Besides that...
it's in the back?
Yes.
Okay.
Besides that, everything else is zoning compliant. From the front of the house, you don't even see that roof at all, so there's no real issue as far as aesthetics go.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence? Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by office.
Thank you. Have a great year, everyone.
Thank you.
You too, thank you.
Next is holdover number 1, Appeal 23-494, Bola M Realty LLC at the intersection of North Broadway and Bethpage Road, 285 North Broadway, Hicksville, which will be held in conjunction with hearing holdover 2, Appeal 23-495, Bola M Realty LLC, same address.
Encyclopedias. Where's your?
You're an attorney?
Yes. Did you get yours back?
Just your name and address then for the record.
Good evening. For the applicant, Taylor Gonzalez of the law firm Brown Altman and DeLeo, 538 Broad Hollow Road, Suite 301 West, Melville, New York, 11747. We are here today for the application by Bola EM Realty LLC to redevelop the property located at 285 North Broadway in Hicksville with a new state-of-the-art Bola Market convenience store and Tim Hortons with a gasoline service station.
Did you say Tim Hortons?
Yes. very, very exciting, very fancy.
Yes.
As a matter of housekeeping, all public notice mailings were performed in accordance with the town code. Proof of public notice for today's hearing was submitted to the town. With me today is Nick Persemi of High Point Engineering, our project design expert, and Amanda LaRosa of Stonefield Engineering, our project traffic expert. For the record, on November 13th, 2023, our office submitted the following documents in support of the application: an aerial photograph of the property, a site plan rendering prepared by High Point Engineering dated February 26, 2023, freestanding ID sign / canopy elevation renderings prepared by High Point Engineering, last revised January 27, 2023, exterior building elevation renderings prepared by High Point Engineering, last revised July 19, 2023, and a precedent chart with decisions from this board in support of the application. The property has a lot area of approximately 28,772 square feet and is located just south of the intersection of North Broadway and Bethpage Road. The property has frontages along North Broadway and Bethpage Road and is zoned general business. The surrounding area is commercial in nature. Abutting the property to the north is the Broadway Diner. To the south of the property is a cross-access road that runs between the property and the adjacent lot, connecting North Broadway and Bethpage Road. Further south is the Hicksville Plaza Shopping Center, which includes a bank with a drive-through, a Dollar Tree, a Five Guys, and a T-Mobile store. Across Bethpage Road to the east is a large commercial building with a number of retail stores and restaurants. Across North Broadway to the west is a Bola gas station and Bola Market, which received site plan and ZBA approvals in 2019, a McDonald's restaurant, a Chase Bank, and a BP gas station with convenience store. The property has been operating as a gas station since circa 1956. The property currently consists of 6 fueling positions and a one-story, 2,361 square foot building, which contains an auto repair shop and Bola Market. On May 9th, 2023, the town board granted the applicant's special permit and site plan to raise and rebuild the site with a new gas station with 12 fueling positions and a 2,998 square foot convenience store with a Tim Hortons and Bola Market. Once redeveloped, the property will no longer operate as an auto repair shop. As previously noted, the property has been used as a gas station for approximately 68 years. The improvements will not change the long-standing gasoline fueling use of the property or change the commercial character of the area. In addition, the redevelopment will have minimal impact, if any, on the surrounding properties. In respect to the landscape buffer, due to the lot size, it's not possible to redevelop the site safely and efficiently without the relief. We note that the landscaping buffers along both frontages is an existing condition, and the plan proposes replanting of the landscaped areas to improve the site aesthetic. In addition, Bola will be providing additional landscaping to beautify the site and mitigate against any potential impacts to the surrounding properties. Variance relief is also requested to allow for 13 parking spaces where 18 parking spaces are required. As can be further explained by our traffic expert, a parking supply of 13 stalls is expected to sufficiently support the parking demand at the property. Patrons typically do not move their vehicle from a fueling position to a striped parking stall to perform gasoline and convenience store transactions in the same trip. Fueling positions therefore effectively function as parking stalls for patrons of both the gas station and the convenience store. Additionally, the existing site has 14 parking spaces for the convenience store and auto repair shop. The proposed redevelopment will eliminate the auto repair shop, thus eliminate the need for the parking. The application also seeks sign variances for the number of wall signs and for the 2 new freestanding ground signs. 4 wall signs are proposed on the front of the building facing North Broadway, where 1 sign per wall or tenancy, but no more than 2 per establishment, is allowed. The convenience store will have 2 tenants, Bola and Tim Hortons, and as such is allowed 2 wall signs. The wall signs being proposed include 1 illuminated Tim Hortons logo sign, 1 illuminated Bola Market sign, and 2 Bola placards. The 2 placards, which require variances, are not illuminated and are set into the facade of the building. The 2 placards are standard for Bola Market convenience stores and have been previously granted by the board. For example, the Bola Market on the opposite side of North Broadway at 274 North Broadway. This board granted a variance on October 17, 2019 for the 3 wall signs, including the Bola Market logo and the 2 placards. The freestanding signs will be set back 2 feet from North Broadway and 2 feet from Bethpage Road to allow for adequate visibility by motorists approaching the site. These setbacks are also consistent with the board's precedent. For example, at the Bola located at 274 North Broadway, this board approved a setback of 3.5 feet on a corner property with less obstructions. In comparison to the sign at 274 North Broadway, which has no trees or freestanding signs blocking it from motorist view, the signs for the property located on North Broadway is located just past the large Hicksville Plaza monument sign, and the sign on Bethpage Road is located just past 2 large trees. The freestanding signs on North Broadway and Bethpage Road will each have a total facial area of 127 square feet. The signs will include the mobile logo, the Bola Market logo, the Tim Hortons logo, Synergy logo, and gas prices. These signs are designed to safely present information and prices to motorists traveling along the roadway. Gas stations with freestanding signs exceeding the permitted area are consistent with this board's precedent. For example, in the matter of Quick Check Corp. at 3965 Hempstead Turnpike, Bethpage, this board approved a freestanding sign with a total facial area of 100 square feet for a sign which features just the Quick Check logo and gas prices. In addition, the 2 freestanding signs each have a height of 25 feet similar to the facial area exceeding the permitted area. The height exceeds the permitted height to safely present information and prices to motorists traveling along the roadways. Given the commercial nature of the surrounding area and the speeds motorists are traveling at, the additional height allows for increased visibility to approaching motorists with minimal impact, if any, on the surrounding properties. At this time, we'd like to open the hearing up. Our team will be happy to answer any questions you may have.
Anybody have any questions? No. It looks, I just went through your whole packet, so I have no questions. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Sir, would you just raise your right hand? Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Your name and address, please.
Tom Pfeiffer at 17 Violet Avenue, Hicksville, New York.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I'm also the acting president of the Midland Civic Association, which envelopes this area. And I don't have any particular problems with it. One of the concerns we constantly have in this area is with traffic. You know, it seems like an as-of-right type operation, but the driveway on Bethpage Road is right opposite the driveway from the Cundon Mall area, or the Apna Bazaar supermarket. There's constant interferences as people pull out of those driveways. That's all. I just want to make that, make the board aware of that, and you know, see if there's anything we can do to remedy the difficult traffic situations there.
There is an auto repair shop there at this time?
Yeah.
Yes?
Yes.
Okay, and the driveway, well, I'll ask the attorney when we're done. Okay.
Okay.
We got
all
it.
right. Thank you.
Thank you. Are the driveways changing?
No, but the auto repair, which is on that side, is being eliminated.
Okay, so all the curb cuts that are there are staying, and no new ones are being added?
Have our Sil on here.
Of course.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Nicholas Buscemi from High Point Engineering, office at 1860 Whitman Road, Melville, New York, Suite 600. You're welcome. So the curb cuts on Bethpage Road are existing and just being modified to update the concrete and make more modern, less of a danger on the sidewalk. They are going to act as full movement curb cuts with stop bars and arrows indicating, and signage indicating traffic movements which are allowed.
Okay. Can you address the concerns of this gentleman as far as the driveway being opposite another one?
So the driveway is not directly adjacent. I understand the concern, but I think the concern that you may have is somebody either pulling out of just so everybody can see, would be either exiting our station and heading across or vice versa. That movement is not going to happen due to the fact that this is really mostly centered. It's going to be a very dangerous maneuver for somebody to try to cut across Bethpage Road, going straight across at any time of the day. I don't see it as a maneuver which the normal driver, everyday driver is going to attempt. Is that to say somebody at 11:30 at night tries to be a wise guy? No. But in terms of your everyday driver and the people typically accessing gasoline stations, it's not a movement that's expected to happen.
All right, perhaps modernizing and arrows and all that will help that situation that doesn't exist now.
Correct.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. Anybody else have any questions or comments? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a great night.
You too, thank you. And that concludes our party tonight.
Fast.
All right. I thought it was going to be more.
I didn't want to say anything, but that was one of our fastest.
All right, I need a little break.
Oh, and 3 was her. Yeah. I'm like,
Were you
wait.
thinking about getting a puppy? That's what it sounded like to me.
Well,
Sounds like yes.
oh, God. So, my oldest son is getting divorced, and then he has a 12-year-old son. So, at first, he asked if
Which guy? No, can't. No, not for that company. Have a good night, everybody. Good night.
Good night.
Happy New Year. I texted the body. I said, "Where are you?" I got a tie on. I can't even breathe. No, it can't be. I would imagine that it's just a combination. He's a huge company. I can't imagine he's using involved with that, right? It makes sense. Right? 70. I know. Just a little high school thing. Like, oh, no. Oh, of course. Really? You got the answer for me soon. Really got like that, right? But you know, so it's gotta be. I mean, yeah, and I remember you asked me about that.
there's a lot of stuff that has to.
Yeah.
He has to go back.
Right. You know.
So he'll come to me
Right?
We're gonna make it home to watch that Islander game tonight. Let's go.
I like that. You know what I mean? Yeah. 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 It's not gonna change. Right. Right.
After 15 years.
Right? You like.
He's the
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Hey, some great work. Yeah. Right?
He said to me,
Yeah.
I
hate that.
I
hate that. Yeah. It's so soft.
He said,
It'll be easy. It never worked. And it always is softish. Yeah.
We ready, boys and girls?
My stomach. Yes, ma'am. Just gotta sit there like, oh, yeah. Big name. We're ready.
so they can go in and needs I'm ready.
Hearing number 1, appeal number 23-345. We're good with this one?
I'm fine, I'll move it.
Move it.
I'll second.
Kathy will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 23-594.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with this. I'll move it.
Okay, I'll second it.
Lois will second it. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 23-603. That was quite a little parking pad they put there, but they didn't put a curb cut, so I don't
And
have.
across the street have the same thing.
They do have a problem because of the,
Yeah,
they
no,
can't park.
I
There's no
prefer
place to
cars
park.
off the street
Yeah, and they
myself.
can't park because they have the signs
Right.
because of school.
Kathy and Andrew, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 23-697. Well, this
Four and
was,
five, right?
and this is going to be with hearing number 5, appeal number 23-698.
So they're keeping the house and then they're building another house on the left.
Right.
Yeah, you'll figure that out in the paperwork, right, Susan?
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it on both of them. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 6, appeal number 23-514. Deck.
Yeah, he was removing the stairs and squaring the deck.
Right, okay. Anybody want to move this?
I'll move it.
I'll lease it out.
Okay, so Lisa and Lois.
Oh, fine.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 7, appeal number 23-590.
I'll move this one.
Andrew?
Second.
And Rebecca, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 23-595.
I'll move that. I'd be
Lois?
delighted. That's such an eyesore, that area.
Yes. Andrew will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. As long as Mr. Beery's has parking, it's all good. Oh, my God. I'm surprised it has a floor. Hearing number 10, appeal number 23-587.
B is withdrawn.
B is withdrawn because he's going to comply, yes?
Yep.
Okay, so I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 23-610, parent-child.
I'll second it.
Okay, so it's going to, wait, everybody wants to move this. Andrew's going to move it. Lois will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 13, appeal number 23-447, another parent-child.
Because we're waiting for the licenses to come into the...
No, but she's going to hold it.
If you grant it, then I'll hold the decision until I get the licenses.
Excellent.
Putting it on reserve, it goes, then I don't know if you're going to pass it or not, and then they don't do the licenses.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
You want to move it, Kathy?
Explaining that.
You want to move it?
Then I feel comfortable moving it.
And Lisa will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed?
Lisa.
Lisa.
Kathy, Lisa.
Kathy and Lisa, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 23-597. Pool equipment. He's letting all the neighbors use the pool.
Yeah.
No, this is somebody else. All right, I'll move this.
Second.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
This is the guy.
This is the guy. Hearing number 16, appeal number 23-618.
I'll move it.
Andrew will move it. Do I have a second?
Who did? I will.
Kathy will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 17, appeal number 23-565. I'll move this.
second it.
Rebecca will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 18, appeal number 23-585. Another swimming pool.
I'll move it.
Andrew, I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 19, appeal number 23-616. Yeah, this roof pitch being in the back was okay. Other than that, so, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Andrew will second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Holdover number 1 and holdover number 2, appeal number 23-494 and 23-495. I will move this. I think it's a good application. He's got Tim Hortons.
I'll
Can't
second
ask
it.
for more than that.
They improve everything they touch, Bolo.
I'll second it.
Bowl is great.
Yeah, everything they do.
Next is
they go-
Wawas are coming.
Yeah, and the next one is with it as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
One and
yes,
two.
So it's Rita and Andrew on both of them. And
We did a bowler in Farmingdale, and I had my neighbors that I lived 2 blocks from there, and the neighbors were really mad. They didn't want it. And I said, really, it's a good application. It looks beautiful.
It's all red.
They do a great job.
Cleaned up. The rats are gone.
I remember that one.
Yeah, and I
Yeah,
felt
it
so
takes all
bad.
these beat up gas stations
Yeah.
and rebuilds them, yeah.
But they wanted anything but a gas
Harrison,
station because
yeah.
they put up with so much.
From the other.
Pretty
Yeah.
incredible
That was-
story too, the guy started
But
with
if
like
they
one
were-
gas station and
It's
grew an
a mess.
empire, yeah, pretty interesting guy. And we have, hold on, here, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Holdover number 3, appeal number 23-240. No cellar entrance on the new plan.
So it's shown.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I was initially opposed to it, but knowing that it's really almost an exact build over the existing foundation, they're shifting it a little, and the application itself is so de minimis. I mean, it's 45 square feet over and 0.5% over
Yeah.
the building lot coverage. It's really, you know, I think it's okay. I don't love it, but I can live with it.
I don't love the way the first house went, but, you
It
know.
was there was a house there already.
Billy Joel is moving.
They repositioned this so it's better.
I mean, I wouldn't
Yeah.
put the fact that
In a
a
better
car
place.
drove through it in the
I know.
Zillow listing.
I know.
But he said he's gonna put boulders.
No, bollards, BOLLARDS, that's the poles. They stuff cases that goes in the city.
I'll move it.
I shall second it.
So that's Rita and Rebecca.
Two names for the parent-child extension calendar.
Oh, Rita and Rebecca again.
Good night, everyone. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
everybody.
Happy New Year.
First of all, I love your dress, that's very cute. Secondly, we didn't talk about my ghost restaurant. Do you believe that thing on, that I posted with the restaurant?
Yes, I cannot.
Wait,
She ordered from some fancy drive pickup delivery food, and they delivered food from the Glen Cove Diner in the
You
bag.
saw my post? That was my post. In Bayville Parents.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that was.
Tell me that I still didn't.
So it was the night before Christmas Eve, and we were having like 30 people over for Christmas Eve. So I was like, I'm not cooking, and I wanted pancakes, so we ordered from this place we found online called Pancake Palace, and it was very expensive. It was really like $22 for
by the way,
fancy
were they
pancakes. But so,
I like the Glen
it
Cove
was a
Diner.
treat. It was specifically done as a treat. And it comes, and it shows up in bags from the Glen Cove Diner. So I'm like, this is so weird. So I start.
Smart, right?
That's
They're
funny.
Smart.
It's a fake place.
Come on.
And what they do is you order from them, they call it into the Glen Cove Diner, so they're not even paying Uber prices.
That's awesome.
Then they pick it up and deliver
Brilliant.
it to your house.
It's brilliant.
Yeah, it was 30% over Uber prices for the Glen Cove Diner, so
Oh my
probably
God.
50% over.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I'm glad you think it's awesome. Sal did not think it was awesome. So,
Did you call them up?
I was just gonna say, you have any recall?
well, first we spoke to the Glen Cove Diner, and they're like, it's definitely not us. You know, we
Yeah,
had
yeah.
this happen once before.
Right.
And then we called Uber, and they refunded us.
Oh, okay. That's good.
And they
That's
took the place
crazy.
offline.
That's so nuts, right?
It really is.
So on
Uber, there's Mama Mia's and another place that do the same thing out of that place.
It's
My wife noticed it
unbelievable.
like a month ago.
Unbelievable.
Yeah. It was like $20 for like 6 mozzarella sticks or something. Yeah.
It was infuriating.
How were the people? They were just
They were very,
regular.
actually the best thing was the French toast bites, which were like rolled in cinnamon sugar. I can still taste them right now. They were phenomenal. But I've had them a gajillion times at the Glen Cove Diner.